my button.
Really?
I beat the dog shit out of people on Peloton. It's different.
Go to the ball, Blue.
Separate! And then we'll reconvene for hour 2 and decide who won. Really?
I love to reconvene.
Really?
I press my button.
Go to the ball, Blue! Separate!
I've avoided the chiropractic.
What up,
I love the chiropractic.
you fan Levitardians?
Really?
Nasty Nate here, the Fan Levitard Show, the fastest growing Dan Levitard Show fan YouTube channel is here. Have you subscribed? Have you rated our podcast 5 stars? Get on that, because we're back with another episode. And I'm just going to jump right off the gate with it. What are the Colts thinking? Show hasn't talked much football. I'm about to talk some ball, baby. So get ready for it. What are the Colts thinking? Naming Anthony Richardson their number 1. You got Gardner Minshew. Honestly, he's not like he's a good backup in the league, but I feel like you got to give him some run as a starter. To get Anthony Richardson, to me, does not seem like a start right out of the blocks kind of guy. I think you're setting him up for failure by naming him the week 1 starter. You start Minshew, your team is a fire dumpster right now. The only benefit here is that they're in a crap division. That sucks. But you're not as good as the Titans, my team. You're not as good as the Jags. And who knows what's going to happen with the Texans. They've been crappy, but maybe CJ Stroud is the real deal. But I've always thought of Anthony Richardson as a bit of a project, a bit of a reach. You freak athlete. You take it because you hope with the right coaching you can get a lot more out of him and the freak ability. But that to me preached, you got to take your time with it. And he's already your starter. I just think, again, it's setting him up for failure because I think he is going to struggle. And your team does suck. So it's going to be hard for your team to do well. And when your team doesn't do well and the fans get upset, you've now put a popular backup behind him who, again, Minshew, serviceable backup. I don't think he was going to come in and set the world on fire either. I think he'd probably come in and be mediocre. He's had his couple stints here and there. Okay, but Minshew Mania, there's going to be some fans when Richardson struggles calling for Minshew, and that's a lose-lose for the Colts there. You're going to take out Richardson, damage his confidence. That's damaging. And you're going to put in Minshew. He's going to be mediocre, and then what? You go back to Richardson? Like, what kind of... That progression makes no sense for Richardson. He should not be the week 1 starter. It should be Minshew. He should go in. He should struggle. So then when Richardson, right, if the team already sucks and things are bad, people will have low expectations, right? They'll be like, team already sucks. Minshew couldn't do anything with it. Let's get Richardson in. Let's start developing, right? But again, you put Richardson in and now he sucks. Right? And he keeps sucking. You can't go to Minshew and then back to Richardson. It's not the development plan that makes sense. So, Colts, you're screwing the bed as a Titans fan, though. You know I like to see that. Go ahead. Put that guy. You got the Colts also on their Instagram. I don't know if you've seen this. Hyping up Richardson with him doing this jump throw. Not impressive. That's how we threw the ball in elementary school. All right? Not impressive. Not impressed with the jump throw. I mean, you watch all these things now. Quarterback, you watch Hard Knocks. You see how accurate these guys are. It's not impressive that in some practice he's rolling out, jumping and throwing, which is bad form, by the way. No one was around him. He's just, and good job. You got the ball there. But we now know from Hard Knocks that Aaron Rodgers can just back up and throw the ball into like a 2 foot by 2 foot square. So I'm not impressed by Anthony Richardson jump throw. Big whoop. Colts hyping him up and now already setting him up for failure. You heard it here. You know what? Anthony Richardson will be a bust because of this decision here. He's not ready. He's not going to do well. It's not going to help his confidence. You ruined him, Indianapolis. You've already ruined him. You happy? Good. Hey, speaking of quarterback, though, I'm a big sports guy, Don't get to watch as much sports as I used to. And, I'm honestly not that big of a, go watch sports documentary thing. I've never seen Hard Knocks. But since I have HBO for a little bit longer, I'm like, you know what? I'll watch Hard Knocks. Honestly, boring. I find it boring. Hard Knocks. It's a bunch of Aaron Rodgers propaganda. Hard Knocks feels fake, right? Because, they're making stuff up is what they're doing with Hard Knocks. It's just propaganda for whatever team it is, right? I don't see any real storylines in Hard Knocks at all. It's just Aaron Rodgers is so good. Yeah, he's the best. Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers this. Oh, this guy can really rush the quarterback. Oh yeah, defense. Salah, I'm not impressed. He looks good. I'll tell you that. He does look good. But you know what's better than this Hard Knocks boring propaganda? Quarterback. See, the difference between Hard Knocks feels fake, feels staged in a way, but it's just there's something that feels overly produced about it. And I feel like I'm being sold a bill of goods that's something to believe. Quarterback, I feel like I'm getting actual insight into what it's like to be a quarterback. I don't feel like I'm being sold anything here's this, you need to believe it. I feel like I'm getting an inside look into the lives of Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota, right? And incredible. It's honestly one of the best sports things I've seen. I was surprised how much I liked it. And you know what? My main takeaway, if you out there on the YouTubes watching Tony's quarterback tiers, have you seen those? Where'd he put Kirk Cousins? That's why I watched it. I'm like, I bet he's going to put Kirk Cousins in the elite tier. And sure enough, he did. And you know what? I agree after watching quarterback. Dude got lit up last year. And you just see everything that guy goes through every week to prepare himself for the game. It's just nuts. Watching that, you're like, you know what? Kirk Cousins is a legitimately talented top tier quarterback. Does he have one of the most talented wide receivers in the league with him? Yes, he does. But is he also really good? Yeah, he is. That's what that quarterback showed me. We all knew Patrick Mahomes was good. And Marcus Mariota, I also thought, hey, it was interesting to learn a little bit more about why he left the team, right? The narrative they put out there, turns out it was a little bit different. He was a little banged up. And he did what's best for him, honestly. I can understand that. And maybe I have a soft spot for Mariota because of his time at the Titans, and I did really like him and was disappointed that didn't pan out. Wish him the best, although, ouch, if you've been watching his preseason, he really got thrashed there for how poorly he did. Not great. But Kirk Cousins, everything that dude goes through, training his brain to focus, the people that come and work on his body to help him get through injuries. It's just the dedication that you see how hard he works. And, they go through the game and he explains what his options were. It was either throw it up to a double team Justin Jefferson or hit Hawkinson short on that fourth down that they didn't convert. Right, as a regular fan, I watched that. I was like, dang, that was a bad play. But to watch it and watch it back, he was under pressure. He was either, his only option was throw it up to Justin Jefferson or get it to Hawk, and hopefully he breaks a play. It just was an unfortunate thing that it didn't really work out for them like they would have liked. And I'm a Kirk Cousins fan now. I'm going to be rooting for him. I'm still a Tennessee Titans #1, but AFC, NFC, Titans, Vikings, Super Bowl, I'd love to see that. My dad's a Vikings fan, so I do root for the Vikings because of that, and I'll be rooting for them even a little bit more because of that. So, just really impressed with how Kirk Cousins came across in the quarterback documentary. Yeah. And folks, you know me. I'm 8 days removed from hernia surgery, but I've still been grinding. I've got a couple remixes. I remixed Mike saying, "What up, dicks?" If you're on the socials, you've already seen it. I'm going to drop it in the episode. I really had a lot of fun mixing this one because I've been messing with loops and beats and stuff. I probably have way too many things that I use to produce this podcast. I have the Adobe suite. My wife purchased Logic a while ago, so I use Logic. I used to have Splice. My wife had Splice, which is another like loops and beats and sound effects and all this. And she had thousands of samples. So we canceled it, but I downloaded all these different samples. So I'm going to be messing around with what I downloaded there. But I was on Logic, just messing with some loops, and I have a lot of fun, like finding something that I like, mixing it up, and I use Audition in the Adobe suite too. So, I like what each tool offers me, and I'm always a guy that likes doing something new. So I mix it up, try to keep things fresh for myself. And that also helps me try to keep things fresh for you guys, the audience. I appreciate all your guys' support. And again, going to continue to need it. I know I canceled that subscription plan awfully quick. Coming up here in September, you can send a donation, support this podcast, send me a beer, send me a coffee. I don't know. Help a brother out. There may be a return of some other members of the Flebaverse coming back your way sometime soon. So look out for that. And again, I'm grinding, trying to get that YouTube monetized. If you're not watching the YouTube, that'd be another big help. Head on over to the YouTube. But anyway, remix number 1, Dicks. What up, Dicks? Here it is.
What up, Dicks?
Hello.
What up, dicks?
Definitely say Dicks.
Can you say the D word?
Dicks?
Yeah.
I think so.
Damn right.
What up, Dicks?
I don't think we can.
We can't.
Nah, we can say Dicks.
And you know it.
Deep-seated resentment of our Reddit. Dicks. Don't have to talk about it. Dicks.
We cannot say the word dicks.
You can say Dicks.
And you know it.
What up, Dicks? Deep-seated resentment of our Reddit. What up, Dicks? What up, Dicks? Don't have to talk about it. I said it's okay. You can say Dicks.
You cannot.
I'm like a dog with a bone on this. I said it's okay.
You cannot. Dick Hill's a weird hill to die on.
Not the worst.
So one of my favorite things of the Levitard show, and I'm guessing this might be one of your favorite things too, is when somebody makes a mistake, stumbles on their words, can't say anything. What are the classics? What are the holy grail moments, or not holy grail, sorry. What are the Mount Rushmore moments of people stumbling over their words? Billy Gill. Well, Charlie in my phone, Charlie. Chris Whittingham. They're the defending champs. Dan Le Batard. Your life had how much Chewbacca in it growing up, right? You got that rejoin that combines the Billy Gill and Dan Le Batard. You got a couple other ones also, right? When they make fun of somebody coughing. Mount Rushmore, you all know what I'm talking about. Bo Monty Jones, help me. So what did I do? I mixed those sounds into a song that I liked, and for me, what was really the song itself had sounds that were bouncing back and forth from like right ear to left ear. So I kind of tried to do that with the sounds too. Maybe every once in a while I maybe overdid it a little bit too much, but I like bouncing the sounds around from ear to ear. So you'll notice that in this remix. And folks, thanks for listening. Again, if there's any way that you can support the podcast by just reviewing, again, subscribing on that YouTube, watching on the YouTube. Also, if there's old episodes, here's what I do, folks, and here's what you can do too. You go to our full episodes list on YouTube before you go to bed. You turn the volume on your phone all the way down, and you go to that first episode and you press play, and you just let your phone play all night through all our episodes, and you let us get that valuable watch time. If you could do that, big ups. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy. Are you going to say anything?
Well, Charlie had this. Charlie, as far as I know, so just.
How familiar were you at time with Chewbacca? Are you going to say anything?
Well, Charlie had this.
Like how your upbringing had how much Chewbacca in it? Had how much Chewbacca in it? How familiar were you at time with Chewbacca?
Yeah. Action. Man, I'm really sorry. This is literally the worst way to ever do this. This is burning my heart that this is happening. But if you can hear me, just understand. I'm sorry. Yeah. Burning my heart. If you can hear me. Sorry. Action. Are you burning my heart.
Well, Charlie had.
Had how much Chewbacca in it?
Charlie had this.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
How did you have that much time to talk and didn't answer my question? To talk? Bobby, who?
It was just. It looked so small.
Oh, it's shit. Help! Oh, no.
Welcome back to the right time.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
Are you gonna stay?
Oh, no.
Well, Charlie had this. Charlie, as far as I know, so just.
Oh, it's shit.
They're the defending champs.
Like how your upbringing had how much Chewbacca in it?
It was just. It looked so small.
Oh, it's shit. Oh, no. Help! Oh, shit.
Help! Dan, I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
Well, Charlie had this. Charlie, as far as I know, so just.
How familiar were you at time with Chewbacca? Like how your upbringing had how much Chewbacca in it?
Oh, it's shit.
Welcome back to the right time.
Excuse me. Help.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
Oh, no.
Well, Charlie had this. Charlie, as far as I know, so just Charlie's title in my.
Are you gonna say anything?